Okay. And now let's see if you can output. You're recording. You sure? Can you hear this coming out of the speaker? Nope, I don't think so. And that is up all the way. Yeah. Sensitivity is up way high. Because echo. Let's see if this sounds better. Slightly less bad. We can work with that.
All right. Sweet. Hello, everybody, and welcome. We're doing this a little fancier than norm, and I have an echo. Can you hear in the back? All right. 1 second. All right. Yeah. We can't get a much louder echo, right? All right. How about now? I think everyone else is louder than me, so it'll be fine. All right. Anyways, though, we're gonna get the show on the road, and we're gonna kick it off with Dave giving the annual updates.
No, there shall be no dancing. Oh, pants, not dance? All right, yes. Yes, I am wearing pants. It is because of all of you lovely bastards who have donated so much to the American Red Cross, over $1,000 for the show. So thank everybody. So these are for you, but they're not lasting. So welcome to our annual Herald's Guild Baldman Games dinner celebration. That wasn't me. You know, we've done what I've always wanted to do this year, and we've made this a bigger deal, a more formal deal. We've invited everybody that's part of our family into this. So give a lot of credit and thanks to Ted and Spencer for putting so much of this together, because I'm super busy and I forget things. So with that, let's talk about 2022. Before the pandemic, we did 3 or 4 shows a year, right? We all know them, right? Winter Fantasy, Origins, Gen Con. Every now and there'd be a PAX. Last year we did 22. So life has gotten busy for a lot of you. A lot of the DMs here already participate in our virtual D&D weekends, which are running every single month. There's actually one running right now, so hello to all of those people. We've now added New York Comic Con. We added PAX Unplugged. We've gone to several library conventions. Librarians love D&D, and evidently they have a Friday night party, which I need to go to one of these shows and find out what a librarian party is. That was also not me. I lost my notes. So yeah, we are really, really busy. We started partnerships last year that we want to start mentioning. We're partnering with WizKids, so we're going to see a lot more WizKids stuff in the things that we do. Those of you that have seen our new D&D demos at Gen Con and PAX, you know we have the big pirate ships. We're working with them to integrate their 3D terrain and minis into some of our future adventures, which means we'll be getting kits into shows for you guys to spice up your tables with some 3D terrain and cool looking minis. I say a lot, I apologize. We're going to be taking over and running their Onslaught, which if you have it, well, there's copies of that in the board game library you guys can try out. And we may be doing HeroClix this summer. So there's a lot of things coming on that front. We are also working with Hasbro, which I know Wizards and Hasbro are the same thing, but they're not. Right? There's 2 different budgets, 2 different groups of people. We're working with Avalon Hill, and we'll be seeing a lot of Avalon Hill stuff at our shows in 2023, which includes HeroQuest, the Yawning Portal, which also the only copies in existence are behind us, being played as we speak. So we will see a lot more of those at our shows in the future as well. So lots of exciting things going on. Dave doesn't sleep much still. You figure me being unemployed, I would have a lot of free time, but I do not. So, but that also means, anybody know somebody hiring? All right, so this year we also made a visible change to the leveling system. Some of you may have noticed the shirt colors. We have a new shirt color, gray. I guess we can't kill the grays off like we kill off the red shirts, but don't feel bad, grays turn into red shirts quickly. A gray shirt represents somebody at their first show. So when you see somebody in a gray shirt, ask them how they're doing. Do they need some help? Are they looking confused? Do they look like their blood sugar is low because they forgot to eat? Let's take them under our arms and welcome into our family. From there, you go to your normal level 1 and level 2 red shirts. Nothing has really changed there. The next change was level 3 blue shirts. We've added a new way to get to level 3. So there's 2 components. So the normal components to go up any level is your feedback score, how many shows you have done, longevity, and the number of feedback forms we have. So the better we get to know you, the kind of you move up through the ranks. So normally it's based on those 3 things. We've added for level 3 a longevity component, where if you are just kind of below that feedback score, but you've been with us consistently for, I think, a year or 2, you will also be moving up to level 3. Just because the way math works, the longer you've been here, the more feedback forms you rack up, the harder it is to change that number, right? It's just math. And we want to make sure that the people that are here and they're still consistently kicking butt can get that blue shirt. And then, of course, there'll be our normal level 4, which we have some new level 4 DMs that I just remembered as I'm standing here. So I will announce those later, and Jenny will give me evil looks. So we will get those put together. I shouldn't have put my notes on my phone that keeps turning off. All right. We have a lot of different councils and committees within the Herald's Guild. You're going to hear a lot of them come up here and talk, such as conduct, community, and some new initiatives that we have. One of them is we have an advisory council that we're launching. This is going to be 8 people who will be taking looks at new things we're working on to give us feedback before it goes out to the world. Because I'm not speaking about anything specifically, but some things should have some more eyes on them before they go out into the world to be looked about by everybody else. Just saying. So this committee is made up of half people that I've picked, and the other half was voted on by the nebulous you as I wave my arms in the air. And so we have a list of those on this exciting piece of paper, and I will do those now. So the 4 that were picked by the committee, the community, in no particular order, and I apologize if I make your name, I say your name wrong. We have Amy Jordan. We have Rob Froberg, who might be here somewhere. There he is. Amanda Wolgamott. And Nitsuji, which I believe he is online. So if he's here, congratulations. Then the 4 that I'm putting on the council are Teos. Well, Teos. Ryan Lanfrey, who's online. He's doing our virtual D&D weekend. Savannah Houston McIntyre. Did I get it right? Excellent. And the last is Shu Queen Tan. She's here. And so those 8 will be taking looks at things from an internal standpoint, like we're DMs and event people, as well as from the player side, to make sure that we're being fair, we're being transparent, we're being inclusive. Make sure that we all love this organization because we're up here. and we want to make sure we stay up here, and that we're always striving, to be the best. So, all right, that's another word I say too much. So, all right, so we have some new faces this year. Some of them kind of came on last year. I'm not sure if we introduced all of them. From our online crew that handles our online events, we have Ted Atkinson, who's up here, right? Everyone knows Ted. We have Spencer, who we are still not sure. He might be an AI bot. We're not sure. We haven't seen him in person. Everybody is now claiming that I'm paying for an AI bot, which I will neither confirm or deny. And then our third is Bird Deckman, who is our new trainee online coordinator. For in-person, yep, they are awesome. Here we have our normal crew. Everybody knows Willie. Everybody knows Conrad. Everybody knows Les. Right? Or as my son, when he was younger, he would always say, "He's the one with the hat." Yes, Chase, he's the one with the hat. So we also have, you'll see a lot of our committees later, but kind of my keep things on track guy is Thomas Votow, who is up here. And then my social medias make Dave look like he's not an idiot. Miss Jenny, the fabulous Miss Jenny. I was going to wear that same dress. I'm glad I did not. Yes, it would be bad. So looking forward, as busy as 2022 was, 2023 is going to be even more so. DMs, get ready. Get your freaking Flyer Meyer cards if you don't have them. We are adding new shows for the year. So starting with this one, not a big shocker, Winter Fantasy, hooray! I've already signed the contract for next year. So February 7th to the 11th. So put it on your calendar. It is not Valentine's Day's weekend, which is always important. The next shows that we will be doing this year, we will be at PAX East. We will be bringing D&D to PAX East. So if you are in that neighborhood, we're going to start, as soon as the show's over, we're going to put out a call for DMs. So we will be there. We will also be at PAX East, Adepticon, and GaryCon that same weekend, running Onslaught for WizKids for a big launch weekend. So if you're a board game person in the Chicago area, you for some reason live in Lake Geneva, we'll be looking for some people to help us demo the game. The week after that, the very week after that, as Thomas keeps reminding us, we'll be at C2E2 in Chicago. So once again, if you're a Chicago area DM, we will be looking for you to come and help us run demos, 2-hour games, all of those fun things in Chicago. We then get a break, and we'll be back at Origins in June. As always, if Origins does not implode. There's always a caveat there. We may have something in July that's pretty exciting. We just not finalized yet, so we don't want to say yet. And of course, August, we'll be back at Gen Con. Right, we'll be back at the Big Daddy. And we'll need a lot of help, right? We're going to be doing D&D. We're going to be doing Onslaught. We might be doing Mage Night. We're going to be over helping Hasbro, running Hero Quest, not Skate. Hero Quest and Yawning Portal, and we're going to have all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to have our demo area, the booth. Yeah, if I wasn't bald, I would be. So we're crossing our fingers. We're hopeful for PAX West. We don't have it quite confirmed in Seattle. So anybody online listening out on the West Coast, kind of circle Labor Day weekend. In October, we will be back at New York Comic Con. We were there last year. It went awesome, and we're going to expand. So if you're like, hey, I want to go to downtown New York, I'm not sure why, but if you do, we would love to have you come and help out. November, we take the month off, and we will be back at PAX Unplugged in December. So it's going to be a busy year. In amongst that, we'll still be going to at least 3 librarian conferences and potentially 2 teacher conferences, which are smaller things scattered around the country. So we'll make those announcements on the Herald Guild Discord, where you should all be on. And one of them might be in your neighborhood, right? And you can come and run some games for librarians, who were evidently not the librarians I remember when I was young. I still want to know, and Eric Mengi might have the answer about how this librarian party night works on Friday. I'm really, really curious what a librarian party is. It's either the most boring party in the world, or it's going to blow my brain out. So I'm not sure which one it is. So I think that is it for my introduction. Like I said, I will be back later to announce the level 4s. So don't mind if I sneak off to the side for a second. But once again, thanks for everybody for coming, and hope you're enjoying your food.
Troy, you got to get up. All right, up next we've got the updates for our mentoring committee, Troy Sandlin.
That's my partner, Judgy Cat. Mentoring has been kind of quiet lately, and that's what I've always wanted it to be. Because just by naming me and Tim, who's not there or here, as mentors, that doesn't mean that we are the end-all be-all. You guys are the mentors. Over the past several months, when someone asks a question, you all jump on and answer. And that's what we want. But now we want some more. If you have ideas or thoughts on how to improve what we do in helping people run better games, let me know. Is it a video? Is it a blog post? Anything. Send me a proposal and we'll make it happen. And from those people, well, she keeps changing the picture. You two could be a mentor. But that's what we want. We want to rely on all of you to help us, or to help me do my job. Thank you. And I also get to announce the Rookie of the Year award. And that's going to go to Darren Cool, right?
Darren, woo! It's me. Accepting the award on his behalf.
Is Jenny.
Woo! All right, we got to post a little picture. There we are. So Darren, how cool his award is. All right.
Cool. And we will mail it to you.
And we will mail it to you.
Oh, I gotta go this way?
No, you gotta go that way. Yes, please.
All right.
All right. Up next, we have Krishna with the updates for the Conduct Committee.
Hi, everybody. So, Conduct Committee. Just getting the hang of the whole fancy slide system because, of course, the slides I was forced to make weren't good enough. Just kidding. So, the Conduct Committee. It's me, it's Tias, so I'm right there, and it's Grace. And we are the Conduct Committee, and you don't see us. As you should likely not. Because, hey, if nothing's going wrong, nobody's complaining, then none of you are going to hear about us. The problem, however, is that I just named 3 people that are on the Conduct Committee. And 3 people starting to get a little small, a little light. So we're going to be looking for some extra people So you should probably all be considering if conduct is something you might be interested in. My, so I had a list of talking points, which seems to have disappeared, which we will then, of course, completely skip. And I will just go on to the announcement of the award because I don't know them offhand. I put them on a slide to remember them.
Sorry. I'll
like-
type them all up later.
Not a problem. So, Community All-Star Award. Very deserving. This one goes to ta-da-da-ta-ta-ta-da, Bert Dykman.
Second
So
one
it's,
broke
it's,
out.
it's okay. We caught me up there.
Yeah.
Sorry to be late.
All right, ha! Still not bird.
I can pass.
All right. All right. Rich Lescaflair for our DEI group.
Evening, everyone. I am Rich Lescaflair. I am a member of the DEI group. Our focus is to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in our wonderful community. Before I get into the specifics of what we're about, I wanted to introduce the other members of the group. We have Ali Simpson, we have Hailey Sun, we have Shu Ching Tan, we have Belinda Baldwin, Graham Ward. Oh, okay, and Garrett Cologne. Yeah. Our focus, as I said, is to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in the group. What that means is, oh, sorry, slides, that's okay. So these three terms get thrown around a lot, and I wanted to give a brief definition so that everybody gets a good understanding of what we're pursuing here. The importance of having a diverse group is really less about the differences that the people in the group have, and a whole lot more about accepting and finding the value in all of those differences, be it for culture, gender, religion, ethnicity, what have you. The best way to accomplish this is also by promoting equity. It's providing access and opportunities to voices that don't normally have the chance to be heard, or whose voices don't carry as much weight as others who are regularly able to provide their opinions and experiences. Now, inclusion is kind of a tricky one. For me, it's not really like an act or a practice like integration. You can be integrated into a group. You can be allowed to be in a group, and still not necessarily feel welcome. That's really what inclusion is. Inclusion is a feeling that everyone in a group has to feel like they actually belong, to feel like they are a critical, valuable part of this community that we all know and love and have fun and game with. So we, are here to provide advice, and we're also here to provide guidance about the importance of these three themes, but we also need everyone's help to do that. You might have noticed that there were a few additional questions on the survey, specifically focused on DEI. For those of you that answered, thank you. If you have any questions or you just want to meet, ask, talk to us, get some advice, all of us are very friendly. We're more than happy to help. And that's it. And I now have the honor of presenting a Community All-Star Award. And this one is going to Paul Gabat.
Paul is very far away, but we will get it to you.
That's good, Cole. That's good. I'm just gonna put it back though. I don't need it. I don't need it. Oh, I'm next. You got the. Sorry. Ted had my notes. Okay. All right. Community committee has been busy. We've expanded our membership lately. We added 2 new members. Spencer, of course, for the obvious reasons that he was already doing all of the work. And then we also added Merrick. If you're not familiar with Merrick, she is absolutely wonderful and brilliant, and we look forward to seeing her contributions to growing this community and getting everyone a little bit more engaged. We also began the daunting task of overhauling all of our social media, including our Twitter presence, Discord structures, and Facebook, YouTube, all of them, which has been a task. We also asked for help. We've now got the buddy program at shows. We're looking to expand that going forward. We've got several people here who are buddies for this show. I know Thomas is, Troy is, I am, John is, and I think there's, Les in the back's a buddy. Les is everyone's buddy though, but not any less important. But you all can be buddies. And of course, we're continuing to do community initiatives at shows such as DM dinners, expanding them and making them bigger, more of a thing, kind of like this. Yeah. All right. And we're going to do the DM of the word, DM of the year. Dave. All right. First DM of the year award for online goes to Bird Techman. Woo! You can just take Dave's picture this time. All right, and the second DM of the year, there are words there. DM award goes to Graham Ward. Woo!
But even with that, do not forget our old co-DMs of the year. And make sure to continue to show them love.
Former.
You are eternal co-DM of the year.
Ted.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Oh, yeah, I am very loud. Well, you know what? You're just going to have to deal with it. All right, so we have been having an absolutely rocking year online. It's been crazy, as Dave has alluded to earlier. We just expanded like nuts the amount of things that we're doing, and the community committee has been at the forefront of a lot of these new initiatives. One of the things that we did is really start to expand our Twitch presence. We've added several new segments. We've got Scry Ahead, where we tell everybody what's coming up. We look ahead at future events. We make announcements. We've got our One Very Odd stream, which Teos has been on, that does an in-depth look at what's coming up with the new 1D&D playtest packets. We've also got meet and greets that we've run with all of our new storyline coordinators. And we are going to continue those moving forward with committee members and other folks who stand out within the community. And last, we have our actual play stream. This was our 6-episode limited series, Moonshea Isles Castle of Skulls, which Paul Gabat DM'd for us with a stellar crew, and produced by Ginny and Spencer, who also did all of the editing, which was a Herculean task. We have a bunch of other projects that we started as well. Those included Dragon Marks. That's kind of one of the big things that you're all hopefully, finally, fully aware of. Dragon Marks are meant to be the BMG loyalty program that thanks you for playing games with us or DMing games for us. And these get used for access to special games. We've done one of those so far. It was a world premiere of the new Dragonlance Adventures. Thank you, John. And we look forward to a lot more of those in 2023. We're looking at some games with some big recognizable names in the industry. And at the end of the year, so now, we also use Dragon Marks to identify people who have earned the ability to get a limited edition piece of merchandise. I wish we had a great slide for this because we have an amazing, amazing shirt design that Eric Nowak did for us. We have put it up before, we'll share it on Discord, but it incorporates elements of the different storylines that we ran this year. And we also have a very cool Dragon Mark lapel pin. And it is our hope that pre-orders for both the shirt and the pin will start going up in the next week or so. All right. I think besides that, we are ready to move on. So it is time for our Lifetime Achievement Award. All right, Dave, you want to come up and say a little extra about this one?
All right, I am back. So, Lifetime Achievement Award. There's been a lot of illustrious people, at least within our group. I always like to quote my buddy James Wyatt, old D&D timer. He said, some of us are really, really famous with a really, really small group of people. And that kind of explains us and our hobby really well. In the past, Willie, Sean Merwin, Conrad, Eric Mengi, right? When you hear the names of the people that we've given this out to, you kind of nod your head, right? It's a foregone conclusion of who's winning this. So this person has been around a very long time. The very first show I did for Wizards was Origins 2004. I did have hair then, kinda. I was in denial still. I hadn't come home. He was there helping. First time I had met him, didn't know who he was, but he's been around since. So our 2022 Lifetime Achievement Award is Les Foster.
No, we're not. I'll make this really quick. I want to thank Dave and all the people who has been around with me. So firstly, I want to thank all the judges because without you guys, I'm nothing. And I hope I've been there for you guys all this time. And the marshals, same thing. Without you, I'm nothing. All right? That's basically it. And I want to now thank the players because the players came here to have fun. I hope I've made it fun for them. And I hope that they will continue to coming back. And they come to Origins and PAX and DNCon, etc., etc., etc. But thank you very much.
All right. So before we close up here, and all of you lazy bums get back to work, I found the list of DMs that have been promoted to level 4 this year. So some of them are here, I think. We will find out shortly. So first is Belinda Baldwin. Next is Brianna Cicera. Some of these are online. Next is Bird Dickman, sorry. You've heard that name a lot. There's a reason. She's really awesome. Next is another name. She's not here, but we all know her. Amy Lynn DeZura. We saw her at PAX Unplugged. It was very nice. Next is Ryan Lantfrey, who is one of our online DMs that we really hope to meet soon. Shane Morrison. Allie Simpson, who was one of our DM of the year last year. And last, Mac Sisson. You'll notice there's a lot of online DMs in there because, the pandemic. So hopefully there's more of you here, though a lot of you here already are. But we'll be announcing some of you guys next year. So in closing, February 7th to 11th next year. Hopefully the pandemic stays far, far away. We have a lot of exciting things next year. There's potentially a new addition to D&D next year, 5.5 or 6 or 5.28 or whatever we end up with, right? But I'm really hoping we have a lot of exciting things here for you. We have 3 new campaigns that we're now running for Adventures League here. I'm hoping you guys are having a lot of fun with them. And that's the end of my spiel. Go forth and game.